Count us in. Count us in.
And hello once again, and welcome back to Nerf Check. It is me here with the looks, the brains, and the grouch himself. Yes, that's right. We have somehow coached the only mic that matters on the Unplugged Gamers podcast, or is it the Shambling Horde podcast featuring Greg?
Watch out,
Mike Rossi.
later, buddy. You start with this, and eventually all of the Shambling Horde are going to be on your podcast next, right?
Okay.
Sounds good, right?
We'll take them.
I mean,
yours, you, Mike, Ray. We all know that you're not exactly feeling great and still looking half as well as you should. And of course, for those of you only listening in and not watching, well, that sucks to be you because Bear is making yet again another appearance. We all
Celebrity appearance.
The only reason why people watch.
Bear.
There you go. Hi, Bear. Oh, hi, Bear. Hi, John.
She's
John
like, I don't give a shit today.
Santa-y, and will continue to do so. But we are not here to talk about John and his fashion Santa, nor are we here to talk about Bear, even though we all want to, nor are we here to talk about Ray. We are here to talk to you there, Mr. Mike. We're going to make you talk even more.
I'm ready.
For some bloody reason.
The reason is that you asked me, right?
That's right.
That is the reason.
We do love having you here.
Right.
We do love having you here.
Well,
but we are here to talk about your upcoming event, which will probably be the fourth event that any of us attend, which I am definitely going to have a ticket and not a hotel room. But, you know, I snuggle real well. So if somebody's out there and needs a room.
Wow.
We don't call him the Dude Hunter for nothing.
That's right. I got that name somehow.
Some hair. Wow. Watch yourself.
I definitely don't have hair.
Right. So, okay, so we could do this one of two ways because the first is I could give a brief overview and then you guys could just ask me questions, or you could that's probably how we're gonna end up doing it, right? I can't imagine you guys have done any other prep besides this. We good?
Wait, I have done prep.
Oh,
the event is taking place the 23rd to the 25th of January in Rochester, New York.
Not even close, Rochester, New York. What are you saying?
What are you talking about?
You've been at this event before. You not know how drunk are you?
That's like, Ray, I can't hang. Ray, I gotta go. You're wrong.
Right?
There's enough already.
Yeah.
Albany, New York. It's close enough, right?
It's
in New York.
Is that close enough? Yeah.
Oh, God.
Right?
And it's at the Fortress of Gaming.
It is.
Where if you forget stuff like dice, you can just buy it when you show up.
It's right there.
See?
Right? It's right there.
That's the extent of my prep.
There it is. Nicely done. So,
how many points?
Well, let's get into it.
Leave
right?
the man alone.
So the event this is our fifth time running Dead of Winter over at the Fortress of Gaming here in Albany, New York, January 24th, 25th. Set up the same as if you've been to the ones before, you kind of know what to expect. It's set essentially in a gaming event space. There's a cafe. They do beers over the weekend. It's pretty nice. The good news is we have the whole place to ourselves usually. We rent the entire space out just for our personal use. It is a little tough because it's not at a hotel, right? And usually my numbers, there aren't really high enough for me to kind of guarantee a hotel block. I've tried to ask around and it's like, can you guarantee me 15 rooms? I'm like, buddy, I can't even guarantee 15 people. So, I just leave it up to you guys to find your Airbnbs and whatnot and do your thing. It does make the hangout a little tough on Saturday. But, besides that, though, it's the best tournament you're going to go to in January in the Northeast. I'll say that right now.
Well, definitely. Let's just say that.
So it's every year I usually get around between high 30s to 40 people signed up. And every year the week before, at least 8 people drop out either due to flu, they got a cough, they got this, they got that. So we usually run around 32 to 34 people after all said and done, which again, the joy of the middle of January, right? But it is what it is. So the real problem that I got this time around trying to run this event with Fourth coming out and not knowing anything. So I know nothing, right? Unlike other podcasts that get, I don't know, preview copies of army lists and stuff, I received zugats. I got nothing. I have no idea what the army lists are going to be. I have no idea what points. So people are like, what points you doing? I don't know. What did we do last time? 2150, right? What were the scenarios? I don't know. right? What do you have any army list restrictions? I'm just happy that you're there, right? Like
Yeah.
I have no idea what's happening. So if that doesn't suit your fancy, right? The thing that I'm really concerned about in the big scheme of things, and concern I'm putting in quotes, is we're going to be getting the rules in about a week, right? So as we're recording this on the 17th, I think people are going to be getting the rules, right?
Yeah,
and
it's
then,
supposed to come out the 16th, I believe.
yes,
but.
right. And the companion is going to be updated on the 17th. So there you go, right? So
That's the rumor.
So that means that people are going to have around 4.5 weeks to get your armies together before you come,
And Christmas.
Yeah. And you're going to have around 2 weeks really to do it before you have to get the army list into me.
But let's be honest here, like 3-4 days beforehand, people will be writing lists.
Then no one's going to know unless the tryhards are out there. No one's going to know. You know what I mean? Like, well, I mean, so speaking of tryhards, so Marcelo sent me things. Oh, I'm coming. I said, yeah, you got to go and you got to defend your championship. I would imagine that when we get there, Marcelo will have done 412 games. Corey Reynolds will have done 412 games. The rest of the Shambling Horde will have done 4 combined, right? We would have maybe gotten together, right? So it's going to be a little bit of a power difference, right?
I don't know about Reynolds doing 400 and some odd games, unless he's on what's that thing called?
Universal Battle.
Universal Battle. Thank you. Unless he's on that, I can't see him doing that. I mean, he seems like he's gonna, enjoy his holidays like the rest of us, and then have a pretty good New Year, and then go about 3 weeks in. Maybe I should look at these rules. So
yeah,
I may be wrong on this, but
I am actually super excited to try the new rule set. I don't know about you guys.
I'm ready.
There are enough things in the new rule set that mirror stuff that I really like about the historical games that I play, that I feel like the game kind of makes sense. The things I'm not a huge fan of, but whatever. All right, we'll get over that. So okay. So all that being said, right? What kind of questions do you have for me, if any?
Well,
I have questions.
So
many questions. So many questions. Are you doing something weird like the Zombie Legion?
Nope. So this time around, I'm not doing anything with, like last time you got a Legion of Zombies. Before that, we had these zombie tokens. So I'm not doing any of that this time because I don't want to make it any more complex than it's already going to be. Like I would imagine that like most of the time, Kings of War events are, and Ray knows this, they're pretty easy to run. The logistics of getting everything together, but the actual once it starts, you don't got to do too much. The rule set was pretty straightforward. It's like, is this in or out of angle? Yeah, you're in line of sight. Sure, go ahead. I would imagine, however, that this time around, I'm going to have my phone is going to be on fire, flipping around the companion, trying to make sure I know all the rules and answering rules questions, right? Because we'll know what we're doing.
Are you going to read the rules before the tournament?
Oh yeah. I'm the kind of person, if I had an actual book, I would parse them. Right. I'd be like, okay, so this actually references this section and look here for this. I had to do that in the 3rd edition rules. I did a couple articles for -28 about like the fact that if you wanted to know how hills work, you had to go to 3 different sections of the rule book. Yeah. Right. To figure out how hills worked. What the actual F, right? And nothing is referenced within the decks. You had to look, right? And so I'm the kind of person that would do that with my rule book if I ever actually got a physical copy in my hand. Sweet Jesus, when's that going to be here, right? So
whenever that is, which is too bad because I mean I am going to get a rule book. I mean we should talk about this in a little bit. We should finish talking about Dead of Winter because
question 2: are you going to impose any arbitrary restrictions like you have many times in the past?
Nope. I think with the new army list construction, we're playing it right out of the book,
just straight raw from the book.
The only thing that I'm thinking about changing is depending on if I look at the scenarios and the way that the scenarios are scored don't make sense. I may go in and
withhold some scenarios.
Probably. I mean, let's put it this way. I will know what scenarios are going to be run the week before we do the tournament.
Ooh, that's
and I will
very prepared.
I got to do the maps. I got to do because I do all that ahead of time so everybody plays the same. Right.
Oh, but you do maps for the scenarios, right? You build your own maps, right?
Right. But the rule book this time around has a map pack in it. And so what you do nominally is you roll, from what I have heard, you roll for a map, you roll for a scenario, and you roll for a deployment zone setup. right? And then you do the thing. Well, I'm not doing that because I like a controlled.
Yes, but you'll pre-roll those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Except
pre-roll
for
them for
deployment?
everybody.
Yeah, I would do it for everybody. I wouldn't do it.
I didn't know that. So that is news to me. Like
that's two of us that didn't know that.
Scenarios. I didn't know about the
dude. I am a voracious listener to everybody's stuff, so I'm assuming that I heard it on a podcast somewhere. But I'm pretty sure that's how that's supposed to work.
I've listened.
Didn't hear it on ours.
Where I don't remember hearing the map pack bit on there, because if it does come, damn, that's really good actually.
I like that though.
Yeah,
because like that's not too much different from what we would do for tournament prep as TOs anyways, right? We pre-roll the scenarios, we pre-roll the maps. If you get one that overlays really badly, sometimes you do an extra roll. But
but what I normally do,
but other people do.
Well, what I normally do is I'll actually go into PowerPoint and I'll make the maps for each scenario, and I'll say this map goes with this scenario because it makes sense based on what you're trying to do, right? And then give it out to everybody. And go, everybody's using this map, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I had my PowerPoint deck of maps that I would roll against, and then I would roll against scenarios. Sometimes they lined up nicely, where if I got map 5 and it's great for dominate, you're great. Or sometimes you get map 6 that has an obstruction right in the middle of the dominate zone, and
not good.
Suck it.
Right.
And sometimes it's October and the maps were all just magically aligned.
I mean, they asked, so our community asked us to do the maps.
Mistake.
And, we had just come back from Crossroads as the Dick Farmers. So I suggested they might be all Dick themed. And everyone said, that's fine. So all of the maps were variations of that. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was great.
A lot of lined up forests and hills.
Accidentally happened.
Yeah.
Which you can do on a 1 day and no one's going to complain because it's a 1 day event. On a 2 day, probably wouldn't go over quite as well.
Well, they can complain on a 1 day. I just won't listen.
I was going to say, too many dicks on a 2 day?
Right?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, you tell me about game 4?
Well, I'm just saying is one of these events anyway. So I mean, like, come on.
I just didn't know if there was a certain dick threshold that you had expanded past on 2 days.
It seems like there is. I feel like we've approached it several times, but
no,
I don't think we've crossed it yet. So,
and somebody on this podcast told me about how game 4 is the key game where all the dicks come out.
Wasn't me.
I don't know. That might have been me. Oh, Rochelle's here too now. Everybody's here today.
Yeah.
The whole family. There you go.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
You got to get her in the scene if you're going to fucking stick her hand in there. Yeah. She's like, I don't know what we're doing. She's like, Mom, take me in my snacks. Get out of here. Okay.
Loving.
Hey.
Now, because we're talking about what about deployment? Are you actually going to try some of this weird deployment, or because we're all going to be side by side, I don't think we can do a bunch of them. So
yeah, I'm going to do all kinds of crap.
Why couldn't you do it? Of course you can.
You can't go the long way on the map if everybody's standing across from each other.
Hey,
that the bitch about that is you got to reach all the way across, and some people are short. John,
get your neighbor to help. Get your neighbor to help.
Right.
Or you offer to reach under the table, and I get them to reach over the table for the units. Whatever, like teamwork.
We're back to the dick thing.
We're never far from it.
We are never far from it. That's for damn sure.
So there's at least 3 on this podcast.
All right. So we know we're going to be 2150 points. We know that you're going to be rolling out all these things. We know we don't have to worry about anything. It's going to be straight from the right out of the book. Is there anything else that we need to know? I guess we don't have anything, but sorry, go ahead.
But you do. Okay. So a couple things that I'm very sensitive to, with the fact that with the new army no, there are no army restrictions, but there are new army construction rules.
Yes.
Right. So I think a lot of army lists are going to be that we're used to taking are going to be invalid. Right. So I don't have a core to do my stuff. Right. Yep. So because of that, what I've done is I've said that you can use unpainted minis and proxies for your core if you need to.
Generous. Yep.
And but your paint score is going to be for any, like, if you have any unpainted minis outside of core, you get the typical 0 for a paint score.
That's fair.
Right. So there's that.
You want to run something new, run it, but
right.
At least we don't have to paint the bulk of the army per se.
Right. I mean, if that's the idea, because I want to be flexible. I understand that, like, there's no way that people are going to have enough freedom of choice looking at their armies and go, "Holy crap! I got 3 weeks to paint 4 units." Right? I'm not going to make.
We've done similar before, where if you really want to run an unpainted army and you really want to play something new, go for it. You just get the big old goose egg for paint.
Yeah. Right. But for this one, we're not going to count the unpainted core or the proxy core against you. They just have to be the right base size and they have to be the right unit size.
That's fair.
Right. And it has to be obvious, So like that's the concession that I'm giving for that. Again, it's very weird coming up with a pack when I've only got 3 weeks between 4 weeks between the release of the rules and the event. It's not. I need to make sure that people have fun and they feel like they're coming out to like try the new rule set and we're all going to do it together and it's going to be collaborative. And please don't take us too seriously. And most of the time, and you guys have been in the event, I'll get up in front of everybody and be like, listen, none of you assholes are Napoleon. Just be cool and don't, stop worrying about your placing and stop being a tryhard. Just enjoy the games. And I think almost everybody in the room usually does over the course of the weekend, which is good, right?
And don't worry, Mike. This is my solid sub 500 tournament. I don't think I've ever been above 500 at this tournament. And I don't see this one as changing anything.
I don't know. I thought like the first year you were there, you were on table 1. Was that on day 1 and then everything fell apart after that or what?
No, that was me.
Oh.
that was that.
that was me. I played Walzer on game 1 on table 1. And it all kind of went medium after that.
I got to play K2 at one of the tournaments for game 5. That was a lot of fun.
Sure, he was. Right.
And I've always played great people. Like even last year, I got to play Ken. I got to play Greg. I got to play Jake. So like I got to play great people, and I lost against all of them. So yeah,
it makes no sense to me. You're better than me.
It was fun, and so I'm just going. I've already got my place for Masters because I've agreed I'm going.
It's already in there. It's done.
It's already in there, so we don't have to worry about that.
He's going to change his mind halfway through the year. Don't worry.
No, he'll be good.
I'm good.
How's he already pre-qualified for Masters? Hold on a second.
Wait a minute. There was a handy done underneath the.
We went over to this again. No, I think what is Ray? You're in what, second place going into like in the entire region? Yeah. Right, and so I don't think there's a way for him to. There's only going to be 3 more events.
I was second place once.
Right, it's dead of winter. It's if something happens in the spring, and then it's
March of Death.
Yeah, it's dead of winter, March of Death, and K2's event, Yorktown, and then we wrap it up. Right.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, Ray's already got 290 something. He's murdering people.
Well, we'll find that. I guess that's what happens when you.
So I'm going to bring a fun army that is going to be like Mike Rossi approved level of like awesomeness.
Sounds good to me, right?
Yeah, this fun army is probably going to be orcs, which is just going to be overpowered in the new bloody set.
Yeah.
You can't win. See, look at Ray roll his eyes. He's like,
no, wait a minute. Yes.
Well, like I'm thinking,
I want to call it a fun army, but I want to call it a fun army. I want to tell people it's a fun army.
Always been my fun army, like.
Yeah, but they're not anymore, pal. Are you kidding? Oh my god!
I don't know enough about what's going on with. I heard the preview, but I didn't hear about the. Is it the command order that makes him gross?
Yeah.
What does it do?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't actually
The
listened
shrine
to
is kind of kick ass. So
you don't know what it does?
My wife has been ill for 2 weeks, so like my knowledge is like 0.
Yeah. Don't believe him.
Ray developed a brain leak, but the idea is already in there. He's already ready for it. So it's going to be gross.
Trident Realm then, if that can be the fun army. Is Trident
Realm? There you go. Now you're talking fun.
Listen to these guys. Take what you want, right?
Trident Realm is still top list.
Now these guys are all bananas. Don't even talk to them. Right?
Maybe you'll play Forces of Abyss with no berserkers.
Still very viable. Nope, you're a liar. You're such a liar. Fun army.
Ray, look. Let's
fun
be
for
honest
me,
here.
not
for fun for Ray.
It doesn't matter what John or Ray pushes around. It's going to be a top tier army because they're
Ray's like, I'm 6 beers in. They're all fun armies.
No, I'm sober today. This is just beer number 3.
The ruffled hair is a fake. Don't look at the ruffled hair. He's trying to get sympathy, and just because he has like pneumonia or something. Like
his wife does. It's not even him.
Wife. Yes.
All right.
I've been on kid responsibility for the last 2 weeks.
Good for you.
I believe they just call that parenting.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think that's called being a
Because,
dad.
you know,
He was
they're
one
yours.
step away from
so.
calling it babysitting. Jesus. Somebody stabbed that guy. So,
Well, on that note, so is there a place you'd recommend we stay? Because I have also booked my ticket, Ben,
Yep.
but I have also not booked a hotel, and I heard Ben's a good cuddler, so it's a good spot to cuddle with Ben.
So there's a
great little spoon.
Is
yeah.
there a bad spot to cuddle with Ben?
That's oh boy. Okay, hold on. So hotels. So there was a spot up by actually by the Fortress. The Fortress. It is the best place and the worst name. Up by SUNY Albany. Yeah, there's a Hilton Garden Inn,
Okay.
Albany SUNY area that I
I think it's
and there's a
safe.
courtyard right next to it. Both of those are very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. From what from having
pretty
walked through there a
sure
couple
we
of years
can
ago when the first time I was like, this'll do. Right. But
I
most
think
That's the way to find shit.
well, I mean, most people do Airbnbs, right, around the area too, and those are
Oh, we could do that.
pretty prevalent. Yeah.
You know,
I hear they're cheap in America.
Oh, dude, and again,
it's in
Albany
America.
in January, right? So let's look around, and then if before you do that, just call and go. You can send me a text and go, Mike, is this a good area? And I can be like, yeah, or no, you don't want to be there, right?
Wait a minute. Are you actually going to tell us, or are you just going to let us walk out the door and?
He wants
Ben,
us
it doesn't
alive
do
to show up at the
anything.
event.
It doesn't do me any good if you get jumped and murdered because then you can't come next year, right?
Well,
That is true. You want that recurring fan base,
You
right?
want repeat customers. That is definitely true.
That's no joke.
Well,
right.
Speaking of repeat customers, because I don't think there's anything else we need to ask you about.
Murder, right? Oh, so I do have to highlight again one other thing about the event, which I'm really kind of very proud of, mostly because of the community. We do like a lot of events. We do a charity raffle, right, every year, and usually the table is full of good stuff.
Yeah.
And we raise money for type 1 diabetes research. My daughter has T1D. People are diagnosed with T1D every 8 minutes in the United States. It's a bananas disease. If she goes without insulin for 2 days, she just dies. So it's awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
And over the past 4 years, we've raised over $4,000 for T1D research or $4,300 between you guys and matching from George Vasilakos, who owns the event space. And I just want to highlight that's $1,000 a year from like 30 people.
Yeah.
Right. And so that is just the generosity of everybody that's there I cannot thank you guys enough, so making a difference. It's good stuff.
I have type 2 diabetes and I'm raising and I depending on how things go in the next couple of years, who knows, my diagnosis might go up a little bit. So I appreciate what you've been doing as well.
Yeah, dude.
From an old fat guy like me, I mean, like, I'm gonna need that, that money later on. So
you're gonna figure out that stem cell shit, dude.
Yeah, the stem cells.
It's gonna be good. Just grow pancreas in the outside of your arm, dude. The latest research that they're doing, they actually, this is in trials. They take stem cells, and they stick them in your arm, and then your arm becomes a pancreas for a while. Right, you're just a spot where, and then the body does. By the time it figures it out, it lasts like 2 years, and then you just stick it in the other arm. I mean, it's bananas. It's so cool. It
right. It's absolutely ridiculous what they've been trying and things that they
add extra pancreases now.
Yeah, dude,
that's fucking insane.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got that research completely wrong, but whatever. It's like
it sounds good to me.
It's magic. And
I don't think it's in the arm, but I believe what you're saying is correct. Like they're basically growing a secondary spot for where the sugar can be broken down and just distributed throughout the entire body.
Bananas, right?
Yeah.
We live in the smartest and the dumbest timeline at the same time. It's
we really do.
Yeah.
Nope. What do you want, Rick?
So to recap, show up.
Yep.
You can show up Friday and play some casual games if you show up early.
Yep.
Okay. You can show up Friday, get your first game of 4th in Friday evening.
Probably will be.
Right.
That might be. Play games Saturday, Sunday. There's no army restriction. There's no battalion restriction. It's 2150.
Yep.
I will bring some goofy army that I'm not going to allow John to design.
Sounds good.
What are you?
No, you're doing mine. Don't worry.
Dude, you made the Berserkers all by yourself.
Yes, I know. It's to prove a point.
Same unit.
So then you can play the 2 games. You can then use all your winnings from the casino. Is there a casino in
There's a casino in Schenectady if you want to head over there. It's
Oh.
all right.
you can then donate it to diabetes research. And
You
get
totally,
the-
you totally could. Yep. And lunch is included both days, and it's $65. It's
Some of the best sandwiches on the planet. It is one of the 2 reasons I go. You're the other one. I love coming to see you, Mike.
Yeah, totally.
I'm as good as a sandwich.
We're not going to run out of beer this time because they're going to order more beer.
I keep telling them every time you guys run out of beer, you're losing out, right? And they never the owner every time he's like I sent Dimitri his son. He goes, 3rd year in, he goes, you'd think they would know by now. I keep telling him 2 more cases, just 2 more cases. Just go out and get 2 more cases. Like, no, we don't want to oversell. We don't want to overstock. There's no such thing, right? Saturday is bananas.
Yeah, roll holding gamers. This is never going to happen.
Mm-hmm. But anyway,
and Hilton in
the Hilton Garden Inn right nearby. Yep.
Or an Airbnb, and if you're getting an Airbnb, message Mike to make sure it's not in a shady neighborhood.
Yeah. You don't want to be down the hood. I got you.
No, we're going to message. The other people can figure it out from them, but we're going to message Mike to make sure.
Yes. Well,
wait, but what's so wrong with the hood? What if, I live in Hamilton, so what if I want to be in the hood?
I'll let you know.
What if I feel more comfortable? Oh, you're just going to say that is or is not the hood.
I can't veto your choices, John. I'm just going to let you know what you're choosing, right?
I just wanted to make sure that I still had some autonomy there, where you're not like, no, don't stay there, stay here. Yeah, okay, good. I like a little trash.
That much, I'll actually set up a hotel block. Right.
Fair enough.
Be honest.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, after getting that out of the way, you have a small little podcast that may or may not have been going on for a while, don't you?
I do.
Yeah. Yep. And the joke, the joke is kind of true, where you are slowly taking it over. I mean, you seem to have gotten Mr. Reynolds in with you now, so now you get 2 Corey's, you, and every once in a while you. I believe on the last one I listened to, Greg accidentally dropped the call and had to go away and do something.
If you are intimating that I hung up on Greg, that is rude. But I'm not going to say no to it, whether or not it's rude that you would even bring it up, right?
I'm English. What do you expect?
Yes, and you hate engineers. I see the agenda.
This is true, and you are wearing the ring. I mean, it's almost like, yeah. It's almost like you want me to pick on you in some way, shape, or form. I mean, you could just kill me the next time you see me.
Look! The tall, handsome guy is making fun of me. Take me back to 6th grade.
Handsome. Now I know who I'm staying with.
Yeah. Whoa! That escalated quickly.
I'm saying, right? Let's. Me and my therapist are going to talk about you later, Ben. So, okay. That being said, what was the question again? I have a podcast. It is Unplugged Radio. It's mildly okay. You should listen to it if you like War and also books and also other like D&D and nerd shit, right? It's just us talking. One of the things I want to highlight is the fact that in the beginning of the podcast, I wasn't even like, I was brought on as a guest and I became a regular. And then Jake stopped playing. He took a break from the game. John Vanaz got a promotion. He took he working all the time. He got a break from the game. John is going to come out to Dead of Winter. He's going to come out to Dead of Winter to try 4th.
I saw that actually. Yeah.
Yeah. It makes me very happy. He reached out. He was like, "What do you think about me coming?" I was like, "I think it's a fantastic idea." Shut up, right? I haven't seen you. I miss your face. Get out here. Right. So it'll be good. It'll be good to have John there. Hands down, right? John's gonna be there. Greg's gonna be there. I'll be there. It'll be good. Right?
Have you bugged Jake about being there yet?
I picked, but we'll see. Okay. Right? For him, it's a little tougher. I mean, it's a 6-hour drive.
No,
you know,
if Jake shows up, he and I have game 1.
Oh, well, maybe.
Well, I believe somebody's been called out already on the podcast.
I don't know if that's a plus or a minus to Jake coming, right?
Jake's tournament record against me right now is he won 1, I've lost.
He won 1, I lost 1.
So I mean, there you go.
So this is like the rematch, and then we can go 1-1, and then for next year we'll have to have the tiebreaker.
Okay.
And when he goes 2-0, then he never has to show up again. This is a bad idea, right?
No. That's not how that's gonna work, right? So I actually need to reach out to Jake to see what his thoughts are. I mean, but there is serious trepidation amongst us around what 4th is going to be. I feel really good about it, but I can understand people being like, not really sure about the Army construction rules, not really sure about the Army balance, not really sure, because you don't know, right? And then it's tough to tell. I mean, Harry was on with you guys, and you guys were some of the changes to the Army, again, Shambling Horde, but like to some of the armies that were previewed. And it's hard. Like I can look at that and go, that doesn't make sense to me. That's dumb. That's cool. But that doesn't mean anything because I haven't put it on the table in the context of the new rule set, right?
Oh,
So I can't tell if things are overpriced. I feel as if they are, but what do I know, right?
I can answer the question about 4th though. Yeah, I can, because you said people are nervous and they're what am I gonna do? You're still gonna come out and play games with your buds, roll some dice. A bunch of dumb shit's gonna happen. A bunch of shit's not gonna go to plan. It's gonna be just like 3rd with like, ooh, I can pivot an extra time. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like all the nervousness about 4th, it's still the same general game.
Well,
You're still playing it with the same people. So if you liked playing with them before, you'll probably like playing 4th with them now.
Right.
If you didn't like them, fuck off and find a new game. Whatever.
Giddy up.
And I think that is the key. And I was talking about this with Ben and John before you jumped on, is the community that plays Kings of War is such a great community. The people are great. I can go there, I can lose hopefully not more than 4 out of 5 games, and I'll still have a good time because the people I'm losing to are great people at the end of the day.
Right.
I would still like to win one so I can like hold my head in some element of like I didn't lose everything, but I can lose 4 out of 5 and be happy because I'm losing to great people. It is a good time. It is a lot of fun. And in all the different gaming groups I've gone through and game types I've played, Kings of War has attracted a really great group of guys. So that's my view on 4th is I'm going to show up. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have a beer or 2 or 3.
We actually talked about this on Unplugged when you interviewed us at Crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
And I said then, and I'll say it now, like my best friends I've ever met are all gamers. And there's a reason for that. We come out to see you guys. We go down to the States to see you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we win or not, it's great if we do win. But I mean, like, come on. Like dice or dice, sure, we're gonna get a little excited every once in a while if like a roll doesn't go your way or whatever. But really, at the end of the day, did you see a bunch of cool people? Yeah. Did you have a good time? Yeah. Did you have some amazing sandwiches? Yes, you did. Did you have a drink and a smile and a laugh? Fucking right, you did.
That's right.
That's all that really matters with any of this stuff. Us doing this podcast, you doing yours, it's just us hanging out with our friends. Like this is all this really is, and it's all it really should be. We really don't need much more in our lives. I mean, we got so much other crap that happens all the way between the holidays and family and all the rest of the bullshit. I'd rather be able to get out, love my wife to death. I'd be dead without her. But every once in a while,
careful.
You want to be away from the kids, be away from the wife, roll some dice, complain about some shit, and just have a damn good time. Which is why I come down to dead of winter. So
Bear agrees. So the thing that so Corey Reynolds and I were talking a couple months ago. So when I interviewed him at Crossroads, I said, "Hey, listen, 4th is coming. What if it's a bomb? I mean, we're sitting in a room full of 90 something people at the hotel, right? I'm like, what happens if all of a sudden like people are like, I don't know if this is for me. He goes, we'll still have Crossroads, but it'll just be like a board game hangout drunk weekend.
Sure.
We're still all showing up.
I'm not going to say no.
Right, because the crowd makes the party. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? And then
Crossroads is historically
format.
Yeah, Crossroads is historically my worst record of the year. Every year. Right. And it's still probably the best time of the year every year. So yeah.
What if we had a party and everybody came? You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm there. I'll be there.
Okay.
But we do. It's called Dead of Winter. It's called King Beyond the Wall. It's called Crossroads. It's called it's called all of these things. It's called March of Death. It's all of these things just to get out to see guys like Adam Ballard, like Harry, like Greg, like the two Corys, like all of you guys, like even Marcelo. I mean, Marcelo's a good laugh. I like to poke fun of him there once in a while, but he's still a good guy to be around and have a good laugh with. I mean, this is all stuff that we need just to push forward. We need all of this sort of thing. But you know what else we need, because you also mentioned it in because you're talking about your podcast, and you said something about a book. So when are we? We've seen Honor's Pride. When are we going to see Honor's Prejudice?
Yeah. Right. I like that. I like that a lot.
I've been waiting on that one.
Now I want everybody to be a zombie. So no, okay. So here's a story. So I got about 50,000 words in. Now originally when I said yes, I will write this ogre book, and the idea was it was supposed to be done and dusted by the end of 2025. You will notice it is now the middle of December in 2025, right? And so, like John, I also got a promotion at work, and I was working all the time, and it got to be about July, and I had 30,000 words done, and I'm like, I need another 100,000 words in 5 months, right? So
wait, time out. I'm trying to contemplate this as an engineer who did his thesis and go, what the hell is 130,000 words? It does not compute. That's all it's going across my eyes.
They're called numbers.
So Honor's price, if I remember correctly, was 160,000 words.
Okay.
Right. And so that gives you around 300 something pages. And then you're right. So there you go. Not a problem. And that story flowed after I had it mapped out in my brain. Right. What I do is I write a bunch, I pause, I make sure that the mapping that I did in the beginning was good, and then I do it in spurts, right? So it got to be the beginning of November, and I was like, well, I'm fucked, because 50,000 words done. And because listen, I wrote 100,000 words, but only 50,000 of them were good, right? Like, the story is not coming the way
20,000 of them were
very, 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 very good, right? So it turns out I get a call. I'm at an airport. I'm traveling to go out for work for a conference. I get a call from Brandon Rospont, and he gives me a call, and he goes, "Hey, I hate to do this to you." And I'm like, "Oh my God, what?" He goes, "I need to take you off of Mac and Tuck, because I got an opportunity for you, but you have to get on it right away." And I was like, "Go on," right? So he gave me another. He wanted me to pitch another book. It's essentially a sequel to it's Honor's Prejudice, right? It's a sequel to Honor's Price, right? And he was like, it needs to be done by Q. It's going to be released Q2 of 2027. I was like, so I have all of 2026 to write it. He goes, yeah. I hate to do this to you, because I know you're almost done with Mac and Tuck. I go, oh yeah, no. I'll put that off to the side. Don't worry about it. Whoo, right? And right.
So stars aligning for you, buddy.
Yeah. So I have that all fleshed out. I have the pitch done. I have the character sketches done. I need to do I got the first half of every chapter by chapter mapped out. But I submitted that to Mantic. I have to wait until after 4th is out, because everybody's busy. They can't look at anything. And they will let me know if that is going to go forward. So, but there will be, if I have my way, there will be a sequel to Honor's Price.
Oh, that'd be
fantastic.
Yeah. A lot of same characters. It's going to be really cool.
And that will be with the time jump from 3rd to 4th, because everyone's going through that time jump. So we'll see how everyone's evolved, how the free dwarfs have evolved. And I can see them trying to tie that into their release with the dwarf. Where it comes out. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense from their perspective and yours.
I think so. Like, cool. I don't know about the release schedule, so I can't say, but I would imagine. I mean, he was very particular about when he wanted it to come out. The other thing that I want to highlight is, if you really want to know what's going on, so Ben is finishing his dwarf trilogy before my book nominally publishes, right? So that'll be good, right? Because then you'll know kind of where the free dwarfs stand, and so because he's writing his at the same time, again, I'm like, where are you going with your story, bro? I need to know, because I need to make sure there's continuity. Like, I've reached out to all the other authors. I'm like, I'm a raging pain in the ass, right? Because the clockwork, like, in me, the engineer in me, Ben, wants to make sure that I'm consistent and fluent and just
behind,
right, with everybody else.
Make sure you're synced up, right? Yeah. Sync it up. Yeah.
So like, if anything I need to know is what's going on. So I'm hoping that I can. It'll be good. It'll be good.
You're making sure that your Star Trek Deep Space Nine to Ben's Star Trek The Next Generation.
Look,
yes, that is correct. And also DS9. Not to say that I'm better. Listen, DS9 is a superior product. It is so good. DS9 was so good. right?
So
From
much
Star
better.
Trek, right?
Damn
But-
right.
Hey, that's why I used that example there. Right?
Mm.
Dax over Tasha Yar any
Ooh,
day of the
thank
week.
you. Kobayashi Maru. That's right. There's no way to win. That's all right. I reprogrammed the computer. It's all good. Thank you, Jason. Right. So
We'll talk about that some other time when we do a Star Trek podcast that's never happening. Ever.
gotcha. Right.
Why isn't it?
I
Why
could
not
get
just do it?
What are you doing next Wednesday? Shut up.
Why not just do it?
Jesus.
Fucking, we
Right.
got the software.
Why
Just,
limit your
hit
why limit
go.
your potential, Ben?
Let's not promise
Yeah.
shit that we're all going to be too damn busy to do.
Yes. I just said I had a book to write. I'm like, you want to do a podcast about Star Trek? I'll be
And you're
on
like,
it.
sure, yeah, that's the time.
Co-host every week? Yeah, I'm in.
That's it.
I'm not me. I mean, Mike. Not me.
Hey, right.
I don't know anything.
Right.
Beyond any of that, Ray, you're still not sure what you're taking. I'm pretty unsure on what I'm going to take. John, you want to give
I
us
bought
any-
my ticket just now.
Nice.
Like that's what I was doing when it looked like I was fucking around. I was fucking around buying my ticket and apparently learning how to use Apple Pay. So
That is amazing.
progress.
All right, so
Progress.
I do have a question for you guys. So,
Sure.
In the previews that have come out, I've listened to Ray's lament about halflings. Right?
Oh my God. No,
Yeah.
don't start.
Move on.
No,
Don't get them started.
If I had my way, Ray, don't talk for a minute. So, like, but for you guys, do you have existing armies that all of a sudden, because of what is core, you're like, I can't run this.
No,
Technically,
you don't either.
John,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure every army I have has enough core to make everything happen.
So, John, your Empire flying circus army is real. It works.
Oh, that I don't know because I haven't seen the Kingdoms of Men.
Right.
And I haven't seen the elves.
Right.
Yeah, but making broad assumptions based on how Northern Alliance played out, I could still play my exact Northern Alliance that I'm playing right now.
Mhm.
It's arguably worse because you can't route units with shooting, but it also begs the experiment: can shooting kill armies? So I might just double down on shooting. Anyways, that's a different conversation. But
Right.
Currently, I can play. Currently, I've got lots of options because I've got enough painted Northern Alliance, Elves, Kingdoms of Men that I could probably run it as any of them. I've
Right.
got a whole ogre army on the shelf that can either be ogres competently,
Mhm.
or the forest trolls from halflings,
Netflix.
or the snow trolls from Northern Alliance.
Right.
Like I got, with what I have painted, I've got lots of flexibility for proxy armies to start with.
Gotcha.
And I've currently got elves if they come out and they're okay. Twilight Kin, even though I can't play the army, I probably still play the same army that I did play. I just have to play it more aggressively than the pull people in, shoot the crap out of them,
Right.
shove them out of the way sort of thing.
Yeah.
Still got Trident Realms. I also have an ogre army, which is all elephants, believe it or not. Yeah, so I've got like
Yeah,
three,
with those
four
trunks,
armies, and two of those. That doesn't even include the all flying Basileia army I have. That could be a whole bunch of different shit.
Yeah.
So I've got a bunch as well.
Yeah.
And we all
But
know
the-
that Ray has a ton of armies.
Oh no, Ray's all set. That's why I told him
Ray's
to
set.
like pipe
But
down
that-
this section, right?
But to answer Mike's question, I have not had any of the armies that I have painted nerfed into oblivion where I won't be able to field an
Neither have
oblivion,
I.
Right.
field an army. There's plenty of core choices. I got special, like it's there. It will have to be built a bit differently, but there will be no issue with just porting armies over to fourth. It'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Right.
I haven't had a chance to do the complete rant on Trident Realms, but it doesn't matter. It's a new edition.
We also don't want to hear it.
Regardless of what I
so-
say, they're not what they used to be, right?
No,
They're
it's
not what they
different.
Right.
So that's gone.
So I was building a Sylvankin list,
I was going to ask you about this.
which is at the crossroads, in which I piloted inexpertly.
Excellent.
You know, as you know,
No, I do listen to your podcast. You want to say that again?
I'm just saying, I very poorly. So I threw. I played them as if they were dwarves. I was like, I'm going in. Oh, we're charging it. So every time Corey Reynolds would walk by the table, he'd look over. He's like, "Huh?" And he'd look at half my shit's fighting. And he's like, "What turn is this?" I'm like, "It's turn 2." And he was just like, no, and walk away. Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, amateur hour. I got you. Right? I know. Don't go in until turn 4. But it was so juicy. And of course, I bounced and everything died. But so I don't know. There's no Sylvankin. right?
No. So what I've heard is it's getting rolled into elves. Some of the troop choices will move over. Not all of them, though.
Right? You don't know.
But a lot of your troop choices, I think, are going to sneak over to forces of nature as well.
Right. And so
Because
which of
nature is
those
rolling
lists,
a bunch of shit in.
right? Which of those lists do I land on? And because it,
Don't know.
Who knows? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Right. But I have enough dwarves to do the thing. I have enough dwarves.
Yeah, you'd be fine. You got dwarves to do fucking anything you want. Yeah.
Right.
Wait
And
a
I have
minute,
an
you play
Ewok
dwarves?
army, which I could use as whatever.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Space
yeah.
Ewoks. That's
Yeah.
right. I forgot about them.
So I use those a couple times as Rat King. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But the question I have for you guys is, in a
Mhm.
world where you have where the tournament scene is very open to proxy armies.
Yes.
Right? You don't have to buy them. I know that Mantic is like, please buy our minis, but in a world where they're right, the world we play in is open to proxies, and in a world where there's an edition change, and every 6 months there's going to be changes to the rule set, right, or to the army list. Does it make sense to build a proxy army and then use it as a bunch of stuff? If you really are going to use it as a hobby thing, right? Or are the purists out there hating me because I asked that question? Like, no, you got to support Mantic, you got it, right? I get it. I give them all the money for the companion every year. I don't have a 3D printer. I got the gold. I got the gold stand. I got the gold things. I'm like, I want you to stick around. Don't worry about it. One of these days, I'll give an STL to a buddy, whatever, right? But like, does that make sense? Right?
I'll answer last.
Go first, Ray.
I'll go first. So last year, I made the comment on this channel that I was going to play Forces of Abyss for the entire year. And I got a lot better playing that army over the course of an entire year playing that army than when I went the year before and I played 5 different armies or in 7 different 2-day tournaments.
Yeah, no. Right.
So I think the idea that you can have a proxy army that you can do whatever you want with means that you'll be tempted to change tournament to tournament. So I think there is value to saying, I'm going to build an army. I want it to look really cool. I want to have this theme, and I want to play it for at least a solid year, maybe 2. And I think it's fair to say I'm going to have a proxy army that I want to like paint super well to be fitted for a theme for an army, but I can use it for other things. And Corey Reynolds is a prime example. Like his army, his Japanese theme army, it looks great. It was designed to be Twilightkin, if I recall correctly, but he's proxied it as other things. And I think there's also value to saying, hey, look, I just want to paint an army, use it for a year, get really good at it. And if I want to keep playing with it, I'll paint it better. So I think there's a middle ground between I'm going to have like a speed paint army and I'm going to have like a long-term army.
Yeah.
Well, I like that idea. Like I've always been a fish player. I'll continue to be a fish player. Well, in the last edition and the edition before, they suited my play style. So I have a lot of games in on that. But I've also played Elves, Twilight Kitten, I've tried Undead. I've done like a bunch of other stuff. Like having one army does not stop you from doing that. Having a Mantic army, whether or not, I still think everybody has that one army they enjoy playing more than anything else. And if you want to get that from the store and do that sort of thing and always have that one kicking about, have at you. I mean, I had a Games Workshop army that was just dwarves. I had that for years and years and years before I sold it all off and all the rest of it. I'm kind of down the middle. I would rather have one army that you've got for everything and one army that you play that's my go-to. I want to really try at this tournament. This is the one I feel most comfortable with. This is the one I've had no practice with, and I've decided to go this weekend. I'll bring this because I can just turn my brain off and play it. So I would have one of each, but maybe that's too much of down the center.
But it's not a bad idea, though, right? So, John, what do you got?
So I'm fortunate where I have time and disposable income where I can either buy painted armies or paint my own.
Right.
But predominantly, I have my evolving kingdoms of elves of Sylvan, like whatever. They have been fielded as whatever, because I like the basing I did, and I like the paint scheme. So I can add units to that in that same style and evolve that army into whatever I need it to be. But similar to Ray, I don't play different armies every tournament. I will commit to it's going to be Northern Alliance for this year.
Mm-hmm.
So my elves were elves for probably 3 years. And then I played ogres for a year, which I had to paint an entirely different army for, which I, whatever did, and they're great. And then I switched back and played elves for a bit. They sucked. So I fielded part of my elves and some new units as Sylvankin for a year, and then switched to Kingdoms of Men for a year, and then switched to Northern Alliance for a year. But that's been the same army, predominantly the same units, just fielding as different things. My big thing is the units I field need to make sense. So I'm not fielding swordsmen as bowmen and bowmen as spearmen. Like, if it's a archer unit, they have bows. If it's a fighting unit, they have fighting implements.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah.
But that in and of itself is like, I mean, that in and of itself is not a deal breaker in any sense, right? There's enough flexibility in all of that to make that work. The reason why I ask is because, again, like I was I was beginning to assemble a Sylvankin army. I do everything very slowly now because I just don't have time. And but I had the units all laid out. I had the minis all set. They were all glued. They were all set up on the base. I was starting to prime and get everything dry brushed and ready to go for all the infantry, right? And because at Crossroads I was using the high elves, the Warhammer high elves I painted in 1998. You know what I mean? Like, here it is. This is when I first started painting. It's almost as good as what I do now. So, but I abandoned it when I was like, oh man, I don't think there's Sylvankin in the new edition. Oh
no, keep painting them. If you like the models, paint them. Most of my elves are from 1998.
Right, yeah. But being a very slow, when I hear Jeremy Duval on Crown Charge talk about how little he does over the course of the year, I'm like, buddy, I am jealous, right? Because he is a very slow painter. He's very meticulous. His stuff looks fantastic, but this is a very long time. And I hear that, and I'm like, buddy, I wish I even cared enough anymore. My eyes are starting to go. I got to get the whole rig out with the magnifying glass, the whole 9 yards, right? And then learning how to paint with a magnifying glass totally sucks.
It's a different thing.
Oh my God, because the brush is never where you think it is. Anyway, so the reason why I ask is because when it comes to an edition change and you want to jump on that good stuff, right? If you're a competitor and you're like, oh, I want to jump on that good stuff, and there's a unit that really is, I feel like it's 10 points undercosted. I should get myself an entire army of those, Ray, right? And so like. How long? Like, I can't do that. It takes me too long to paint that way. Right?
Well, that's because
no,
lower your standards. Like that.
That's what Ray did.
There's two things. One, like, because you're calling me out. You're absolutely right.
No,
you're absolutely right.
I don't know what you did.
But you should drive by. Really, let's be honest.
But you're absolutely right. Like, Abyssal Berserkers came out. I said they were too good. I bought the army in August. I received it first week of October. My first tournament was November. I had a month to get that army ready. And it was, let's take full advantage of the new paints that are out there. And I don't think, and I have seen my crap that I painted in the late 80s and early 90s. And I say crap because I threw half of it out because it was that ugly. I can look at what I'm producing now in half the time using the newest paints. And I have the newest paints, and the paints have gotten better.
Yep.
My technique has gotten slightly better,
and
the combination of much better paints with slightly more experience and slightly better technique means I can produce an army a lot quicker. And my forces of Abyss Berserkers I only had to do about 16 models, so I was able to get it done in a month. But I think the point is if you have an army that it's mediocrely painted, but painted, and it's on the table, it still looks better than unpainted.
Sure.
So if you just want to try something out, like toss your speed paint, or what is it called? Speed paint,
contrast paint, speed paint,
whatever it is. Like, it's all there up on the wall.
Right.
Dude, there's now paint markers.
Yeah, like
you can get a friggin' marker from AK Interactive. It's a big marker. It's like that big, probably. And so it's substantial. That's
He's
substantial.
lying about the size again.
Right? And then, but it's got a really fine tip, Ben, a really delicate tip.
Wow.
And then you can just use those instead of speed paints now.
And
it is always damp. It's always moist, not wet, moist.
But the AK are really,
you hold it, right?
but the AK is really good for doing German World War II camouflage.
Sure.
Speed
AK
paint
is a great paint line, I think.
Yeah. Speed paint. Army painters come out with theirs pens as well. Everyone's going to it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you want to come out in fourth and you want to try something, like from my perspective, my time is worth more than the cost of the models.
Well, yeah.
Like, what's the cost of a model? Even if you buy a Games Workshop model, it might be what?
Oh, no, don't do that. No, don't do that.
No.
That's bad
Your
math.
house?
Bad
What are
math.
you talking about?
Yeah,
so
bad math. Yeah.
The other thing that I have found anyway, when it comes to painting and my standard, is that my comparison, even to the way I, for years, I was painting quite a bit before Ellie was born. And
Sure.
so I was cranking out an army a year. And so I look now at the stuff that I'm doing, and I'm like, this is not as good as I was in the past. But meanwhile, I'm painting stuff, and I'm like, it's coming out okay. And my daughter walked by, and she was like, "Did you paint that? That is fucking amazing. Look at that. You're doing the highlighting on the side." I'm like, "Yeah, this is actually just a thing that I do. This is really not that good." She's like, "No, shut up. It's great. I couldn't do that." And then I had to remind myself, right? Like, I hate to, like, okay, dopey stuff. Yesterday, I have an office at work that I manage, and a couple of the people there set up a Christmas thing. So we all got together for Christmas yesterday, right? And I'm going to take everybody out to lunch later, but it doesn't matter. And but they were like, we're gonna paint Christmas decorations. And so they had all these paints, and I was like, oh my God, I had no idea this was happening. We got a conference room, there's paper all over, newspaper all over the tables. So I sat down and I was like, here we go, right? Doop, doop, doop. And I started, painting like a little elf.
Yeah.
On the
just doing a quick decoration.
Right, but like on the dumb Christmas hat, I was like, okay, we're gonna make this white, and then I was like, I need a dry brush, and somebody was like, "What's a dry brush?"
Yeah.
Well, let me show you, right? And this is how you dry brush, right? And then I painted like some stuff on the hat, and they were like, "Oh, your freehand is amazing." I'm like, "This is garbage."
Yeah.
Right. This is this. It's like I'm doing it with a roller, but meanwhile, everybody else is in the room who had no experience was like, "That is amazing."
Yeah.
So I have to remind myself when I'm doing this, like, not everybody, right? Not everybody can be Mike Atkins. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Well,
right?
You've developed artistic bias where your threshold is now higher than the average person's.
Right.
So you look at something that you've done and you're like, this is garbage. Meanwhile, most people, if you give them a brush and some paints, even the brushes you use, it will come out like a child painted it because they've never done it before. So as you do it and you look back at stuff you've painted, you're like, oh my God, like it's not much better than before.
Right.
But that's your bias. So I keep a historical record of models that I've painted. So every couple of years, I take a model that I think I did a good job and I put it in a little container and I put it up on the shelf with the rest of them.
He really does this.
So I've got this kind of timeline of models.
Yeah.
And when you look back, the first model I have there is a GW Skink that I painted with Tester's oil-based paint. It looks wet.
Yeah.
Right? It's the gloss. That boy just fresh from the swamp.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, he's wet. He is not moist. He is wet.
Car wash.
He's like, I just came straight out of there. Like, I am fresh to this world.
Right.
And then I got stuff that I painted in the last couple of years at the far end of it, and you can see how you've changed and how your style's evolved and how everything has changed.
Right.
But when you're painting now, you're like, oh, this is bad. It might be bad today, but it's better than it was 15 years ago. Like, you are doing better just by virtue of repetitions. So it's a weird artistic bias thing that develops the more you do something.
We are and we're not, because I mean, like, all four of us have been around this hobby long enough that we will always run into somebody like Greg or like James or yourself, or
there'll always be somebody better.
There'll always be somebody better, and we'll look at that shit and go, "How the fuck did they do that?" But what we keep,
time.
Yeah, but we keep looking at that as a standard. That's not our standard. When I started, I was absolute crap. I got pretty good when I was playing War Machine.
Can confirm.
Lost my eyesight. Yeah. Right. I really did. got to the point where I hated painting again because I couldn't see properly, couldn't do anything else. And now I'm like, I can paint. Is it going to be as good as John shit? No. Is it going to be anywhere close to Greg's? No. But you know what? I painted it. I'm happy with what I've done, and I can go forward.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's all we got to remember. My kids do the same thing. I've got Arcadia Quest up on the shelf behind me here, where I have the whole goddamn thing too. It's ridiculous.
Cool.
Right. And I'll paint those. And my kids have painted a couple, and they're like, we don't understand how yours look professionally painted and ours look like a child does it. And well, you did do it when you were a child.
You're a child.
Also,
Yeah,
I'm better than
are
you.
a child.
So, you know.
Right?
But on that note, Mike, you do martial arts.
Yeah.
Right. So
You're not better
how
now.
would you rate your skills now versus where you were like 10 years ago?
But okay, so that's an interesting thing. So if we're going to talk about like, okay, so 10 years ago, okay, so 9 years ago, I tested for my 5th degree black belt.
Nice.
And I was, dude, I was very hard to hit. I was very hard to hit. I was 42 years old. And so I was still like strong, right?
Yeah.
I was still fast. And I walked in there at 156 pounds. Like I trained every day to get ready for this thing. And it was 5 hours of stuff followed by 25 rounds against fresh opponents. 25 rounds straight.
What
right?
the actual fuck?
It was awesome, dude. It was like,
Wow.
it was awesome. Right.
Yeah.
And so it gets to be like round 19. And I'm like, I'm getting, and I made the offhand remark while I was sparring one of the other senseis there. I was like, I'm getting hit more than I think I am, than I think I should. Right. And then it got to round 20. I'm like, I'm not moving as fast as I think I really, oh no. And then in the last 5, it's like, okay, I just need to get through this. Right. And it was like, oh, all the biggest guys in the dojo. Fantastic. Right. But like literally all the black belts, all the senior black belts in my dojo are 6 foot. And then there's me. I'm like the best of the rest. Right. So, but to answer your question, Ray, one of the things that has happened is now when I spar, I'm 51, is I will go hard, no problem, right? But I will play way dirtier now than I did at 42.
Dude.
At 42, I was like,
technique and skill. Not
I'm always somewhere else. But now I'm like, you know what? How about I just grab you? What if I just grab you and turn you around? What if I just lock down your arm? What if I, lock down?
Because you're smarter and better at it now.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
As opposed to painting, where at let's say 30 in my 30s, in my early 30s, I would sit down and I would be able to paint a dwarf front to back in 70 minutes.
Sure.
Nice, like
7 or 70?
70
Okay.
minutes with all with the base and I mean straight from with the highlighting and everything. I would like, there it is, that's done, and I could do one of those about an hour. Right, and I can knock out 2 units over the course of a weekend if I really gave a shit. Right,
I can directly compare that for you.
Yeah.
So when I first started painting, sure, I would do the same for 70 minutes and knock out a really nice model. So I can put out the same quality model now in less time because I know that their fucking boots don't matter. You're gonna put grass around them anyways.
Right.
You don't need to highlight their boots.
That's amazing.
The fucking like the back underside of the sword that you like, nope, don't do that. The bottom of like you hit the parts that matter. The model will look great. It'll have the same visual impact. The only time that you're going to get really nailed is you're going to a competitive paint competition for a single model.
Right.
If you're putting an army out there, you can crank that shit out now because you know all the shortcuts and dirty tricks you can take.
That's right.
Right? You know that dirty down wash, that's going to do it. That's going to lock it in, give it another quick highlight. You're fucking done that section.
Yep.
Boots, grass is going over top of that. Don't care. Their face, most of it's in shadow in their helmet. Give a quick highlight on their nose, a little bit right here, and the rest gets a shade.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thing. You get better at doing the things that matter.
Yeah, agreed. Right.
And to compare, I'm 42 right now. I can do like one karate chop. I can't fight 25 fucking rounds.
No, he can't do that.
It's a long time.
That's a real strike.
Mind blowing to think about. I got one chop, and if that fails, I'm done. I'll just like lay down and be like, you know what, you got me.
I have to say that it is just martial arts is the most free sparring. The way it is full contact.
Yeah.
So happy.
Oh, you guys just go to town. It's wild.
Oh, I am just smiling the whole time that I'm getting hit. I'm like, that was great. Oh, take that, right? It is so good. And there's going to be a day when I can't do it anymore, right? And I intellectually understand that. But today is not that day. I am Aragorn just riding back and forth. Today is not that day, right? You know.
But that's also what makes it fun, right? There is a time cap on it.
Yeah.
So enjoy it while you can. And then you'll find something else to enjoy later.
That's right. I will enjoy paying other people to paint my minis.
Well, that is actually, so that's the real secret to spamming an army in 4th. If you want to get a 4th army out there, you find the fastest painter you know and just pay them.
Right.
If I really want to spam an army for 4th, I'm not fucking painting it. I'm going to pay my buddy Nathan, and I'm going to buy an army from him.
Right.
Sorry, you said Ryan King incorrectly.
Ooh, Ryan King is also a good choice. I actually didn't think of him first. But like there's ways to get an army out there if you really want to spam something. My approach is I'm going to play an army that fits with the models I have. I'm not really painting anything new because I finished all those werewolves I have. Other than that, I'm not painting anything new until I see how it all shakes out.
Yeah,
but I'm going to play with what my models fit.
Right. Totally agree.
To take this back to the whole combat sport thing, I tie and kickbox. I did karate. I got up there. I did. And to this day, I still, this is going to sound stupid, I still miss being hit in the face. There is something about getting hit in the, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like that first shot and you smile and it's for no goddamn reason, you know, but it's just, but it's like painting, it's like gaming, it's like everything. That first time you pick up the brush and everything else, you feel great, and then you get hit with the second jam, and you're like, that actually hurt. I don't want. It's like the second brush stroke. It's like I don't want to do this right now.
Right.
I just like this. This hurts. My hand hurts. My eyes hurt. It's cold outside.
It's you know what it is, Ben. It's not the second brush stroke. It's when you get done and you're like, this looks good, and then you look at it and you're like, garbage.
No, that's not it. It's when you bring your tournament to an army, and round 1 you're playing Mike Atkins, and you're like,
nah. But comparison is the thief of joy, Ray. I have to
remind
myself of that over and over and over.
Correct.
Right.
But yeah, see, I had Cooper for the year, but my buddy James Cooper, who could paint like a son of a bitch. Honestly, like he could be up there if he just wanted. No, he could. But
oh no, I'm talking to Rochelle.
Like
she came to take Bear, and I said
like
no.
Greg and that, like they bring these armies out, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, just screw off.
But Greg is still spending an hour and a half for
what
dwarf.
Right? John shit, for fuck's sakes. Like, my God. Derek's the Icekin, the goblins he painted up to be naiads and that sort of shit. Like, that crap is amazing.
It's cool.
Like, it's just we're never like, there's gonna be, you gotta be okay with it. Cool, this is amazing. I can still walk up to somebody's amazing looking army and say, that's just fucking amazing. Right. I can get in the ring with somebody and get punched twice and go, you're gonna win. It's the same sort of thing, right?
It's interesting because I don't think once you get to a certain level, there's not like, all right. I mean, there is some of this, but you will know within the first 30 seconds. It's like, oh no,
yeah,
oh no, oh no, oh boy, I will now have to be tricky. And then like a minute later, you're like, none of those worked. I'm doomed. I'm doomed. It's over before it began, right? But.
I'm glad I'm on a podcast with two people doing martial arts because I'm thinking about that when I'm playing chess. When it's like first couple moves, it's like, haha.
Oh no!
Dude, that happens in Kings of War. I played Corey the one tournament. I'm like, oh, I made one mistake in turn 1, and now I am going to pay for it the whole
Looks
game.
like it's over. I'm pushing shit.
I'm done.
Yeah. Yep. Once you've noticed you've made that mistake, it all comes back to wargaming. Once you notice that you made that mistake, like, okay, can I pull out of this? I'm going to try. Did it work? No. All right. Well, let me just bend over and find some lube. You know, it's basically like at that point
you're a very steep slide. Like,
I know, right?
I'm a little bit happy Mike wasn't really paying attention for that one because that was like,
oh, he's paying attention.
No,
he's texting me.
Yeah. I'm not. I mean, if that's how fast it goes for you, I'm not sure you need the lube.
Right. So, all right. So, in unplugged fashion, I have to ask you guys, what are you reading? What are you reading that I should be reading right now?
Well,
Ben's like,
I
I don't
am
read.
technically,
What
I
are you
am
talking
not
about?
reading at the moment. I
you
have not
listening
found
to?
the time to read.
Ben's illiterate. He can't
I-
read.
Barely, right?
I
Yeah.
can look.
Lies.
I still haven't
You
made it to
tell me you don't know how to
end of this
read?
book because it terrifies me. Okay.
The power of words. Where's the stay? This is magic beyond my ken. I have no understanding. Right?
I've
So-
told that joke to my
Did I
kids
ask the
since
wrong?
they
Did
were
I ask the
born.
wrong podcast what you're reading? Like everybody else is quiet.
No,
I watched the trailer for
Watch
Hedge Knight.
He did the cold
No,
notes.
but the George R. R. Martin book that's Hedge Knight, which is coming out on
The Knight
HBO.
of
So I
Seven
read
Kingdoms?
that. Yeah, I read that the 3 short stories. That's the latest one I've read. Which was,
Oh, you read the book? Okay, there we go. Now we
Yeah.
got the.
because I saw the trailer. And
Now
I'm
we
like,
got the
well,
connection to the question. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
before the show comes out, I want to read the book because I always like to read the book before I watch the movie so I can tell the difference. And actually, I've never read a George R. R. Martin book before that series.
Really?
I'm not sure I want to read one after, but it was actually pretty cool. It's pretty lighthearted, pretty
Sure.
light. It's the way I think of Mike's Ogre and Dwarf series being like Sir Duncan the Tall
Yeah.
with his egg. So Duncan Egg running around, and it was a good 3-part. I'm not sure I want to read Game of Thrones because that series will never end.
Never.
But if you want a series of short stories, it was cool.
Right.
What about you there, John?
I spend a lot of time driving, so I listen to a lot more books than I read
Yeah.
nowadays.
So what are you listening to?
So I just started listening to Red Rising on recommendations from several people, which
Sure.
I'm like an hour into it, and it seems like it's, to give a very generic overview, Hunger Games reskinned with colors and set on Mars.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So
I know Keith Conroy
interested.
was a big fan of that series.
Okay.
Right. Years ago.
I
Yeah.
just finished listening to Impact Winter, which is an audiobook that Audible just like put out, where it's a new-ish kind of take on vampires in England,
Okay.
which was really, really good. It's all voice acted, so it's not really an audio book, more of like
Sure.
an audio movie, but it was super good. And then I've listened to a bunch of like lit RPGs. Some of them were good, some of them were not good. We
Yeah.
listened to a couple classics. So yeah, quite a few actually. My thing says I've listened to like 68 audiobooks this year.
That's pretty strong.
Damn.
Right.
I spend a lot of time in the truck, right? I got an hour commute each way at least, and then I got to drive around the city all day, so I got time.
Yeah. Right.
How about you?
So I've been listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl, which is amazing.
That's on my list to start. Yeah.
Oh my God, you need to put that shit in your ears. It is so good. It is so good. It is the reason I got Audible. But
It's the same. Keith talked about it a lot in a different chat I'm in with him, and so yeah, that's
it's laugh out loud, funny, and also really poignant at spots. Like he really hits the notes. It's so good. I also listened to He Who Fights with Monsters, which is another lit RPG. It was one of the things recommended by Audible, and I think it's okay. It's
same.
It's me.
I got through all of them, and it's
Did you?
medium.
Why? Right?
Because I was committed. At that point, I'm committed. Like
Should be.
I got like 5 or 6 books, and I'm like, well, I want to see how I finish it. My God, there's 12 fucking books.
I am not
Like,
interested in 12 books.
It is very long. Now, I also listen to a lot of stuff at like 1.5 to 2 times
Sure.
speed, depending on the narrator.
Yep.
So I can get through them reasonably quickly, but it was very medium.
Got it.
It was just like, he's in trouble. He'll just get a new power.
Right?
It was like,
I'm about halfway
What?
through the first book, and that seems like a thing. And I was like, is that a
That's-
thing?
dude,
So-
that's the arc for the whole story, is he just gets better.
Wow.
So
And like some of the shit he gets from a like RPG perspective, you're like, oh my God, like in a game, that would be sick.
Breaking.
But from a story perspective, you're like, oh, he just gets to win. Okay,
Right.
cool.
That's
He does have some setbacks and some tragedies in the books, but generally speaking, the narrative is that he wins.
okay.
Spoiler alert.
I mean,
Yeah.
the reason why you have a main character, the guy has to live all the way
Yeah,
through the
he's
rest of the
gotta win.
story, so you
Yeah.
know what happens. Right?
Unless it's the Malazan Chronicles.
Yeah.
Lots of main characters die in that.
Oh my God, dude!
All the time.
Yes,
All the
Yes.
time. It's wild.
all the time.
Yeah.
I love that series because some of the scenes are amazing, and I absolutely hated that series because it made me mad every book.
Yeah. Because you're like, I'm so invested in this guy, and then his head gets cut off, and you're like, fuck.
Hey, no spoilers. Come on.
I burned a whole year of my reading.
I didn't tell you who it was.
Yeah. So anyway.
On a different note than all those books, I read Demon Mart, based on Eric Trowbridge's wife. And
based on Eric Trowbridge's weird phrasing.
A recommendation?
Well, yeah, because she wrote that series. So
what?
I was like,
what? I had no idea.
I'm going to totally read Demon Mart. And I listened to it on the podcast. It's about loser in Columbus, Ohio. So like it's all super local, super meta. It was actually pretty cool. So I'm on the second book in that series.
You said that weird in the beginning, but anyway, the name of that again was
Eric Trowbridge's wife wrote a book called Demon Mart.
Yes,
and it has an audio.
Yeah, on Audible, nice. 2-book series, and yeah, I've been enjoying it. She was away the weekend I went down to play games with Eric, and I showed up at his house, and he had like the same Godzilla I had from like 1985, and I was like, I am in the right house because clearly good taste. And I was like,
is it 24/7 Demon Mart?
Yeah. And I was like, so what does your wife do? And he's like, well, she's off at a book convention for horror and whatever. So I was like, I'll totally.
We did not know.
I'm gonna take you, Jane.
Bam.
And it kind of gives like more of the Ash, Evil Dead, lighthearted horror. So it's nothing super serious. It's just fun.
I just added that to my list on Audible. So 24/7 Demon Mart by Dean Guay.
It's like a 3-book series that comes out. Like,
can you just download the first one for free?
Book 1 and 2 on Audible.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
There you go.
Put that shit in your ears. Download.
Well, I mean, he listens to us, so we might as well listen to her book, right?
Thank you for your right.
I like listening to stuff from people I know. I think that's fun.
So, like, 7 Nights is like super commercial, and that one was like super not commercial. So I listened to it.
I dig it.
So unfortunately, we do have to bring this all back around to 4th edition one more time.
Do we though?
Nah, well, we'll continue this on the other After Dark that we're gonna do at some point in time.
Mike's gonna let us do the what is it called? Matchup cast.
You want to?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're doing your matchup cast?
Oh, we are so doing that.
Mike doesn't know that. I just put him on the spot for that.
Wait, that's one less thing that I have to do. That sounds fantastic.
No, we'll do the matchup cast. Yeah, sure. We love doing that shit.
Great.
So we might not. Maybe we'll have Wolzer on and force him into doing something, or
if listen,
that way you can do even less work for it.
No, if you guys are doing a matchup cast, you want to get Harry and Corey on as well.
Oh, we might have to.
Oh, definitely Harry. Harry knows all.
We might. I'll be like mediator or something, and these guys can go to town. I love it.
I
love it.
Right.
But once again, Dead of Winter coming up end of January. Get your goddamn tickets because we already have ours. So now you can get yours because if we're not going, there's no point in going.
Right? Be there or be square. I'll be both.
Exactly. No, I am really looking forward to it. It'll be the first 4th edition. I will be at some point opening up the Murder Garage for whatever practice at some point in time. I will be moving into your decade in less than a month there, Mr. Rossi.
There it is. Congratulations.
God, I might get older and I don't get any better looking. That's for damn
Happy
sure.
birthday,
However,
buddy. You have to come up with it with your wisdom. Your wisdom stat has to increase, right?
That ain't happening.
That's a tall order.
Tool and die making, sure. There ain't many people that are better. There are some, but not
we're lucky
many.
It's not decreasing.
But life in general, not a chance. But I did get some upgrades for the Murder Garage. We have our own printer, so when you guys actually come by, we'll be able to actually print your goddamn list because I'm sick to death of not being able to do that.
Luxurious.
Yeah, it actually kind of is. There may or may not be a TV screen in there now.
Ooh, is that the TV I gave you?
Yeah, there've been a couple of little upgrades. Sorry,
right? Is that the TV I gave you like 3 years ago to do that with?
No, that went to my daughter, my Ellie, not yours.
I like it.
I see.
Or mine, right?
So yeah, we've got a couple of little upgrades going on. I'm hoping to have everybody over so we can try out 4th and all the rest of it, so we can practice.
You can come too, Mike.
so we can move forward with everything else.
The Horde is trying to figure out a day to get together as well for fourth releases. You know what I mean?
At some point, because I am slowly getting more and more people involved in with Murder Garage T-shirts. At some point, it may happen where the Horde and the Garage go head to head.
I like this. I'm ready.
Ooh, with like crossover T-shirts.
Oh yeah,
buddy.
I think this would be a really good idea.
Uncle Shambly's coming out of the garage. I like it. Let's go.
Okay. With that being said,
getting warm now. Holy!
I would really like to thank you for coming on, Mike. It's always a good time. Really enjoying your podcast now that it actually does things about Kings of War.
Thank you.
As always, it's great to have my co-hosts and better men, John and Ray on. And we thank you.
I have one more last question for Mike.
Yeah, lay it on me.
I just thought of it. It means a lot to me. As an untrained 42-year-old, how long do you think I would last in the ring with you, with like the decade of age difference? Like, how long do you think I got?
If we were going to go with,
I did make it to a white belt black stripe.
Yeah, but if I gave you like some gear, and we just went, and it would be how long until you got tired, or how long until I knocked you out?
I'm not going to get tired. I won't quit because I'm tired.
No.
No,
how long until you not knock me out? How long until you put me down? Like where I'm like, that's it. I don't want to continue.
Do you don't want to continue? I don't know. It's about 5 minutes.
That's a lot longer than I thought I would have.
I would do some tricks to exhaust you way before I would make it so you were very, very tired.
John, you don't have his cardio. Yeah. I used to have somewhere like and I can tell you it is not what you think it's going to be. If you've never been in a ring, it hurts.
Yeah, I make you tired.
It really does. Just breathing hurts.
Because and Ben's right. So the reason why it's a problem is because every time that I would go to like throw a punch or something, if you're smart, you'll tense up. If you don't tense up, it's going to be very, very quick. Right? So if I go to throw a punch at you, you're going to tense up. And I'm going to try to do it every time that you try to breathe. I'm going to throw something at you. And then if you're not going to breathe right. Right. And then you're not going to breathe right for about a minute. And then you'll be like, I don't want to do this no more. You know what I mean?
All right. That's not the answer I expected. So wonderful.
Right. But that being said, like if you and I were to, let's say, just like throw hands for a bit, you would actually do really well. Right? If I trained you for a couple months and then we got in there and you were just like,
oh no, I meant like today.
Oh, today?
Yeah, or maybe not today. Tomorrow. I mean, it's late. It's almost my bedtime. But tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that it would be a couple minutes, and that would be. And again, it would not me knocking you out or anything. I don't have a ton of power, but I would just really make you tired, and I would kind of like wear you down. It would take a couple minutes, but you'd be very tired. Right? You'd be way more tired than you think. Right?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
So you got it. All right. Any other questions for me about like grinding 42-year-olds down? That'll be good.
But for now, thank you all for listening this long yet again.
Oh my God.
And for being one of the 10s.
There it is. Everybody. Later, friends.
Bye.